The greatest league in the world is back.
The Premier League. Right now, it's less a football competition and more a modern-day Game of Thrones. But here, there are no swords, no dragons, only billion-pound war chests, tactical masterminds, and transfer market battles fierce enough to make even the Lannisters nervous. Every club is fighting for power, each one reshaping their armies in the summer, some to defend their crown, others to overthrow the champions, and a few simply to survive the long winter ahead. The transfer window has slammed shut, but the real war is only just beginning. Manchester City have fortified their empire. Arsenal have sharpened their blades for another title charge. Liverpool are forging a new dynasty. And even the underdogs are plotting ambushes in the shadows. This season is not just about goals. It's about dominance, territory, legacy. And when the first whistle blows, there's one truth every fan knows deep down. In the Premier League, just like in Game of Thrones, you win or you fall. Last season looked like a thriller. Plenty of drama, a few shock scorelines, a title race on paper. But if you watched closely, you knew the truth. Real competition wasn't there. Liverpool were in control from start to finish. Arsenal kept the race alive for a while, but no one else truly challenged. Manchester City, the measuring stick for the last decade, fell flat. Not because Pep Guardiola forgot how to coach, but because his team cracked. Injuries everywhere. An aging midfield. Rodri missing key weeks. Diaz and Ake in and out. And Kevin De Bruyne, the man who could turn games with a single pass, starting to look mortal. Liverpool won the league without hitting record-breaking form. Arsenal tried to push them, but couldn't quite get close. The rest of the big names, nowhere. And yes, there were upsets, but let's be honest, most happened because the Giants tripped over themselves, not because the smaller teams suddenly leveled up. This year, it feels different. Almost every contender has fixed their weak spots. Statement signings have been made. Managers have been replaced. Squads aren't being built to survive, they're being built to hunt. United, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, Everton, Liverpool, all strong, all dangerous, all with a clear identity. No freebies, no rest, no breathing room. That's what 2026 is shaping up to be. The top 7, maybe 8, all ready to perform at a high level at the same time. And when that happens, there's no hiding place. Manchester City, last season wasn't typical City, and that's what made it so strange. This wasn't a collapse from poor coaching or a dressing room split, it was structural. The foundation that had carried Pep's team for years cracked, and he had to rebuild mid-season. Rodri, the heartbeat, missed the most games of his City career. Diaz and Ake couldn't stay fit. De Bruyne's pace and stamina over 90 minutes had faded. Gundogan was already gone. The result? City's rhythm and control were gone, and so was their aura. But Pep isn't the type to wait for things to fix themselves. Kevin De Bruyne, gone to Napoli. A bold decision to let a club legend go, but the right one for a team that needed to move forward. Ryan Cherki in. Not a carbon copy of De Bruyne, but a fresh creative force, unpredictable, explosive, able to play between the lines. Tijani Reinders signed. The ideal Gundogan role player, technical, disciplined, and intelligent in positional play. Ryan Ait-Nouri added. A versatile fullback who can invert into midfield or stretch wide, giving Pep back the tactical flexibility that Cancelo once brought. City's biggest issue? Adapting new signings to Pep's system usually takes months. But this time, Pep's had a full pre-season with them. And history tells us, when Pep has time to rewire a team, they don't just recover. They become terrifying again. Tottenham, from rock bottom to rising. 17th. It doesn't get much uglier. Yes, they somehow pulled off a miracle by winning the Europa League. But in the Premier League, they were lifeless. No identity, no cohesion, no confidence. The rebuild started fast. Thomas Frank appointed, a manager who overachieved for years at Brentford with one of the smallest budgets in the league. Structured, disciplined, and efficient. Mohamed Kudus signed. Creative, versatile, and Premier League proven, able to play anywhere across the front three. João Palhinha on loan, arguably the best pure ball winner in the league at Fulham, bringing steel and balance to midfield. It's still a work in progress, but Frank's track record says it won't take years. Spurs will be organized, competitive, and dangerous far sooner than people expect. Arsenal, the final push. Arsenal aren't rebuilding anymore. They're refining. Last season, they were right there in the title race before fading. The problem wasn't the system. It was depth, and the lack of a plan B when injuries hit. Arteta's adjustments. Backup for Bukayo Saka, ending the over-reliance that left him visibly drained in the run-in. Victor Gyökeres signed, a physical, direct striker capable of turning half-chances into goals, finally giving Arsenal a pure finisher. Moscardo added for defensive cover, ensuring injuries don't destabilize the backline again. Ebereki ease, to add ball control, dribbling, and link play from the left, offering a different flavor to Martinelli. Arteta's plan is clear. This is the year they stop being contenders and start being champions. Manchester United, quiet but lethal. Last season's 15th place finish was the breaking point. No style, no energy, no consistency. But maybe that humiliation was needed. For the first time, the excuses ran out. No European football. One game a week. A rested, focused squad. That's dangerous. Key moves. Mateus Cunha in, not a traditional striker, but a pressing machine with clever movement and link-up play. Brian Bumo signed, over 20 goal contributions for Brentford last season, bringing consistency United haven't had on the right in over a decade. Benjamin Sesko, tall, quick, clinical, and a profile United have lacked since their glory years. United are rebuilding without the media glare. And that's when they're most likely to surprise people. Chelsea, from chaos to control. 4 years, Chelsea were the league's most unpredictable team, dangerous one week, disjointed the next. But last season ended with signs of something new. UEFA Conference League champions, Club World Cup winners, beating PSG in the final. This summer's recruitment has been targeted. Jamie Bino Gittins signed, explosive and creative on the wing. João Pedro in, Premier League proven versatility. Liam Delap added, an out-and-out striker who lives in the box. Joral Hato brought in, a teenage defensive leader already trusted with the armband at Ajax. If Chelsea find rhythm early and avoid injuries, they won't just be aiming for top 4, they'll be in the title mix. Liverpool, the evolution. Last year's champions aren't standing still. They've kept Klopp's pressing DNA but layered it with controlled possession and tactical flexibility. Key additions. Jeremy Frimpong, explosive at both ends, perfect for quick transitions. Florian Wirtz, a pure creative engine, unlocking low blocks and dictating play. Hugo Ekitike signed, fearless and unpredictable in attack. The battles have begun. Every whistle is a call to arms. Every pass a calculated move in a grander war. Alliances will rise and shatter in an instant. Heroes will be forged in the heat of competition, while others will fade into the shadows of history. From Manchester's towering empire, where champions defend their crown with steel and precision, to Arsenal's relentless crusade, driven by the hunger of a generation that refuses to wait. From Liverpool's reborn dynasty, a kingdom rebuilt brick by brick to reclaim its place at the summit, to the dark horses, lurking in the mist, waiting for one perfect moment to strike. The season will bring triumph and heartbreak. It will write tales of glory and stories of ruin. And when the final chapter is written, only one truth will remain. In the Premier League, there is no mercy. You win or you fall.
Liverpool's first incisive move forward. I haven't seen an awful lot of Sobers like. Just saying that these little triangles and